Hello, I'm Lee from Data Harvest, and in today's video we're going to show you our wireless drop and bubble counter. So it can be used in two ways. We're going to show it as a drop counter today, but please, if you want to know how it works as a bubble counter, there's lots of instructions. There's a manual on the website obviously, but there's also some worksheets on the product page there as well. So what we've got here, it does look like the light gate. It is actually used the same housing, but the electronics inside are completely different. So we're going to turn it on to start off with. So we should now be flashing. Brilliant, so we've now got that flashing onto there. Now, one of the more tricky sensors to use for the first time, mainly because of the reservoir just here. So we're going to mimic a titration experiment. I'm going to show you how the pH can be included as well, but I'm not actually going to put the pH in there as well. Now, it's the same as all our other wireless sensors. It's got Bluetooth and USB and a built-in rechargeable battery as well. So we have two taps on here. The reason we have two taps is the top one is going to turn it on or off and the bottom one controls the flow because it's all about drops per second. Now, if you're doing a titration experiment, you really should have a magnetic stirrer as well, mixing something around, and you would use the pH. The pH can easily go in, so you have a hole on here as well to put the pH in. It will actually stand without a clamp, so you don't have to have the clamp, but you can put it in there, then you can have the stirrer down the bottom there as well. We'll leave that in, even though I'm not actually going to connect the pH to the readings today because I am only using water. I'm not using acid and alkalines at the moment. So I'll mimic an acid based titration. So if you are going for titration, you would have about 1 drop per second. Now there's a few different ranges to use on here. So it's now on there. So let's go to the software, go to devices, click connect, and you'll see the different ways that you can actually connect it. Now you can have anywhere from 23 to 29 drops. So I'm going to do 24 because I'm going to go up to about 10 drops per second because I just want you to see the line going along. And normally you'll have the titration coming down, but we're just going to show the line going up. So you can see how easy the volume can be added. Now in some countries, people want to use this manually with a burette and then just let so much through each time. Some people like to use this, which takes all the a lot of the complications away from doing a titration because it's so consistent by the drops going down. So I want it on 24 drops per second. We have 24 drops per centimetre cubed, but it will be about 10 drops per second. So I've already done that on the tap on the bottom here, and I've just adjusted it until you can see the drops coming through. Now I'll just give a bit of a practice on here. So if I turn this on now, we will see. So we go on here, so we go to about, so we want it to go reasonably fast, but if you go too fast, it'll be a consistent stream. If it's too fast, you'll find on here, the light will stay on solidly, so you know it's not working. So we'll just go a little bit faster than that. Too fast. That's why you do have to practice with this first, because once you've got it, and that should now be flashing. So you can see that is flashing down the bottom here. If that stays on consistently, it means it's one stream and it will just cast it as one great big drop. So you don't want to do that. So you now turn it off with the bottom one. And that's the one that you now turn on and off. Or the other way around, doesn't matter, as long as you do one of them. So I've selected the 24 drops. I'm going to click my graph. I'm going to click start, which it'll obviously be at 0 to start. Because it's already gone through, it's collected some of the information. Oh, okay, fair enough. So we can do it that way, but if we just go to File, New Lab, we can go onto here. So we have to tear it. Okay, so you can set the tear on there, just go back down to 0. That's easy enough. So we now go to File, go to New Lab and just reset that. Now go to Start. So we're seeing it's 0 down the bottom. And if we now turn that tap open completely, because I've set the top one to about 10 drops per second, you can see on the screen now we're starting to go up. And it really is as easy as that. Oh, excuse me. So we can now see that going up. Now, when you're doing a acid-based titration at 1 drop per second, it's going to take 20 to 30 minutes to do this experiment. That's why we're not running that slow at the moment, because it'll obviously take a long time to do. But it really is as easy as that to do. Now you've got your volume going up, you'll have your titration starting 12, 13 pH coming down, and you'll be able to see where your neutralization point is there as well. But it really is as simple as that. We won't watch the graph for the whole to go through, but you'll see it's really easy. Now, the main experiments you'll use this for is your acid-base titrations, as well as gas evolution of investigations when you're using using it as a bubble counter as well. Please go to our website. We have on there on the Secondary Academy how you can actually use the sensors, how you can use the EasySense2 software, and combining those two, how to do experiments as well. And if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, please click the bell down the bottom and allow notifications, and you'll know when new videos are coming out as well. Our website is data-harvest.co.uk, and if you want to contact us here, it's sales@data-harvest.co.uk. Thank you.